Welcome back, my friends. Today we are at a very wonderful place and I want to give you a message. So I don't know how is the sound. We have a little bit of wind, so let me know if you can hear me well. I want to talk to you a little bit about the 11th of November. Some of you may be aware it's quite a potent day, energetically speaking. We have this alignment of 1111. Numerologically, it's quite a powerful day because number 1 represents potential. When you have 11, it represents the manifestation of a potential. So that's why number 11 in numerology is called Master Manifester. It has a very strong energetic imprint that supports manifestation. It supports process of transformation where we let go of the old and we embrace the new. And as we are in this Scorpio season right now, we are in there's a lot of disturbance happening right now. So it's a energy disturbance. It's disturbance in systems. We had election, which was a big thing, and many things may disturb us right now. So why this year's 1111 portal is so special? Well, because of all these events, because many people are questioning everything. Many people are wondering where we are going as humanity. So maybe before I didn't mention, I'm at the beach right now. In company with the sun, birds and everything. It's a beautiful day. So yes, many people feel a lot of disturbance happening, and it's actually a good thing. So it may trigger some people, it may scare some people, but it's actually a very good thing, and I will explain you why. So firstly, you see in the video about the Scorpio season, it goes by the name The Giant Has Awakened. In that video I've talked to you about how this Scorpio energy disturbs the fluid energies. It's like you would have a stuck water and suddenly you would unstuck it. It would take the mud with it, the mud and all the dirt with it, but then eventually the stream would become pure, right? So water only becomes impure because it's stagnant, and that's the kind of a theme of Scorpio energy, to shaken the stagnation so the flow can be established. And this year with the 1111 portal, we have we have so much of disturbance present. So it means that the transformation is very, very much more potent, or much more potent. And therefore, as you're moving on with your life, you will notice so many triggers. You will notice so many things that make you question everything. You will notice so many parts of you that have been unhealed, that have been suppressed or just unacknowledged. You will notice so much of limiting stories that are still holding yourself back so you can't fully express your light. And you will notice so much of the past coming to the surface, kind of chasing you or holding you back, only so you can identify these things and acknowledge them and let them go. You see, those are very, very powerful and important things. So you can start navigating your mind more into the direction where you want to go, and you can purify your vessel so you can express yourself more clearly, more powerfully, and more authentically. So this year's 1111 portal is very, very special. We have a potent energy. Also astrologically, the sun is in its 11th year cycle, which means the solar activities are the most potent. Those are, solar flares. And with it comes, strong electromagnetic waves that are also carrying information that many of you may experience as deep, profound realizations, deep, profound moments of this aha experiences and epiphanies and all of that. So it's all happening right now. So 1111 represents a momentum of change. It's called gateway because it represents like door through which you enter as being renewed. And to be renewed means that you acknowledge who you are as the greatest expression of yourself. But then at the same time, you need to let go of what's not allowing you to do that. So it's kind of a process of purification. And this process this year is it's just much more supported because of all the events that are happening, because people are like, from one side, people are very happy because they think that there's a savior that will just change everything, and from other side, people are very fearful about what's going on in the world and are scared. The truth is in none of it. The truth is that you are your own savior, and for everything you've been praising someone else is what you need to discover inside of you. And when someone else awakens fear inside of you, you also need to acknowledge that your solution to anything that awakens fear inside of you. And those are all realizations that at this moment can help us to move through this doorway, through this gateway as being renewed, like deciding very intentionally, I'm willing to leave these things behind. I'm willing to let go of these stories, of these ideas. I'm willing to embrace my power. I'm willing to fully acknowledge who I am, and I'm willing to kind of cleanse the dust of my light body so I can fully express light, right? So I can fully embrace my talents, my skills. Remember, Tupac said something so powerful, and I always get reminded of this. Tupac said, God gave me these talents, and my way to repay him is to make them shine, right? To make them shine. So I think it's a very good question right now to ask ourselves, are we making our talents shine? Am I making myself, as authentic as I can be, as powerful as I can be? Or am I looking like what they will say? Or am I scared if I will offend someone or whatever? Those are all important things, like nothing stays hidden, right? And this is one theme right now, nothing should stay hidden because everything is coming to the surface. And it also means, look, if you have some dark thoughts inside of you, well, one way to cleanse yourself from these dark thoughts is to put them out, to express them to someone who can give you an honest feedback. And then you can objectively think about it and see, oh yes, maybe, I've been holding on to some impure ideas or to some false ideas or anything like that. It's a very, very good thing. So yeah, it's time for cleansing. It's time for letting go. It's time for being even more intentional. And it's time to make this jump. You see, many times people talk about the timeline jump. So what is that? Well, the timeline it's a line of time. It's a line of time on which events start unfolding according to your frequency, according to your energy. And many of us may find ourselves somewhere in between, like for a certain period of time we walk on this intentional, conscious, purposeful, meaningful timeline, and then we jump back into the old timeline that is based on memories, old expectations, old fears, and all of that. But this year's 1111 portal gives you a very powerful opportunity to fully decide, will you jump on the new timeline where events will start reflecting your intentions even more profoundly, or will you still stay kind of undecisive? Like, do you really want to embrace your purpose, your talents, your gifts, God-given gifts, or will you be still, kinda in fear and holding yourself back and not being sure if this is the right thing? I want to remind you, you are supported, you are guided, you already know what to do. It's time to embrace that your compass is everything. Your inner compass is everything. No one else can really tell you what you should do. No one else can tell you what you should do. So may this 1111 portal this year be for you a powerful reminder. From now on, I'm being myself. From now on, I'm walking my path. From now on, I'm sharpening my talents. From now on, I'm not living in fear anymore. From now on, I am fully embracing who I came here to be. And you need to understand that there's dust, there's grain, there's something that was just covered over your light. And in order to purify yourself from that, you need to look at yourself and you need to see yourself for who you've been told that you are, and you need to notice that you're so much more, right? So sometimes we really need to just speak up, right? We need to talk, we need to express our ideas, we need to express our feelings. I mean, not sometimes, we just need to do it. Because once we embrace ourselves and we recognize that, well, I feel this, so I will say it. I'm thinking about it, so if I say it, maybe someone can truly give me a feedback, like I said before. Those are all great things, so you can, cleanse yourself and just reflect on all of this. Just reflect on anything you feel that you're still, holding on to. The thing is that we're all kinda, going to purification so we can fully shine. And if you feel like you're afraid to shine your light, if you feel like you're afraid to say what's in your heart, then may this message be for you that that you don't need to be afraid, that you don't need to hold yourself back anymore. Because you see, the only way that you really embrace yourself is to practice being yourself. Another thing, Tupac said in the song Changes, he said, it's a skill to be real, time to heal each other, right? So one way to healing is to being you, being yourself, and just, is just strengthening these neural pathways that are really allowing you to fully express yourself. So you don't live just in memories, you don't live just in programs of how you are used to behave. You actually, practice being honest. You practice being truthful. You catch yourself every time you fall back into a program. You get back to you and you really in tune with what you feel intuitively. You're in tune with what you feel. And when you're feeling lost, go within and find a sense of direction, because it is within you. It was always there. People told you that you are maybe no one, or that you don't know what to do. The guidance was always there. It was always there, and it's still there. That's your light. That's your light. So yes, this year's 1111 it's very different one, because collectively we're at a point where we need to decide, are we standing in truth, in power, in love, in God, or are we willing to fight with one another, to divide one another? And yeah, sometimes, sometimes people may judge us for that, like, because you express yourself, you express your opinions. Like a few days ago, I've made a video where I've expressed my honest feelings from that particular moment, and I was judged for that, I was criticized for that, and many people were triggered. And then, I was reflecting on it, and I've noticed, well, who am I to judge, really? Who am I to judge, right? So, feedback is so sacred. Feedback is so important because reality is a mirror, and it mirrors back to us who we are. And in order to evolve and transcend our present limitations, sometimes we need to express them, and then rather than being scared or triggered or offended by the feedback, investigate the feedback and see if there's some wisdom in, right? So then you can fully evolve into this loving human being that has unconditional acceptance and understanding and all of that. And I feel you. We are all integrating this knowing. We are all learning to be that. I'm learning to be more of it. I'm integrating it. But at the same time, I'm talking about this because, every time I put a message out, I also put a message in. Sometimes, most of the time I don't even know what I will be talking about in the video. So this message, as it feels it's for you, it's also for me. And that's how I'm learning. You've seen my growth through the years, but that's how I'm growing, expressing myself. So may this all be a message for you that you are ready. You can hold yourself back and live in fear, or you can fully express yourself and live in constant evolution, the creative expression that gives birth to your inner genius. Your inner genius is who you truly are. And there are glimpses we experience where we express it. But now is the time where we fully become it, that you become a genius you came here to be. Yeah, this is the time, my friends. This is the time. So be a master manifester. But actually, no, you already are. You are manifesting your reality. When you look around you, you will see you've manifested it. So now, manifest better, right? Manifest better, like something like this. I've been swimming actually. The sea is still, oh, it's so awesome. The temperature is still great. It gives you a bit of a shock because it's, we are slowly moving into a winter season, but the weather is still great. It's such a great time. So yeah, it's time to fully embrace you so you can become you. I hope you've enjoyed in this very, very special message for this year's 11/11 portal. So know that you're guided, that all your dreams are about to manifest, and stop fighting with the old, but invest all of yourself into new. Okay? Okay, I will leave you here. I want to say thanks to everyone for choosing to support my art, my paintings. I'm an artist on our store, AttractPassion.com, or Etsy store, AttractPassion. You're all truly appreciated. Thanks to anyone for joining our Patreon community for more exclusive content. I love you all, my friends, and once again I want to say thanks to all of you for an incredible support. Sometimes I'm doing screenshots of your comments and I'm putting them on the wall in my studio because, you know, sometimes we forget the difference we are making on the world. Sometimes we forget the influence we are having on the world. So it helps me to remind myself of what I'm doing. So yeah, thank you so much for your support. I love you all. You're all incredible. And yeah, I'm wishing you health. I'm wishing you abundance. I'm wishing you an incredible breakthrough for this 11/11 portal. That's it for today. I'm leaving you here. Have a wonderful day. Until next time, one love.